Hello and welcome to the training how I gained 80,000 followers in 30 days. So this one's a bit of a mad one, and the reason I want to do this is because there's been a lot of traction and questions around how this has happened. So it does probably sound a little bit too good to be true. Never take a photo of yourself and then make it this big. It's just not a smart idea. The stats, right? So let's go through this so you know I'm not talking shite. This is my Instagram over the last 30 days from June 29th to July 20th. And overall 84,000, so realistically about 86,000 people have 2,000 follows, and this is the stats. So we realistically jumped from like 30,000 up, a bit of a mad one. But how did this happen? And let me just break down how this really works, because I honestly know the ins and outs of it, and it was just a matter of time. So was it an overnight success? That's the number one thing that people are going to think, because it was 80,000 in 30 days. And the answer is no, it wasn't. So let's go through followers by years. So my first year posting, I got to 900 followers. Second year, 1,800. 5,630, which I thought was pretty good. 18.3. So what you can notice is this doubled, tripled, doubled. And then on the fifth year in 3 months, it completely exploded. So it wasn't a fact of, oh, did I do much different? Like, I always followed trends of whatever people were doing and grew nice and steady. And realistically, when you break it down, I've just had my 3 times growth within 3 months. And I might not even grow anymore now for the next 9 months. But roughly, I was estimated anyway to go to 70 or to 100k because of the average trend. So whenever you are posting and in the game this long, and you understand that it's just a matter of like double, triple, double, you know you're on the right track. You just need more time. It's like if you're lifting and you're getting stronger and you went from benching 80 kilos, then 90, then 100 the next year, it's only a matter of time that you go on up as long as you're continuing to move forward. So the most annoying thing is knowing that this is going to take time. And 3 months later, as I said, 35 to 110k, I'm at about 116 now. So let's lay out some key insights that I have from this. Has my life changed since going up 80,000 followers? Not really. I'm not spinning about in a fucking Ferrari. I actually sold my truck. So your life isn't going to just drastically change. Yes, more eyes on screen can help, but followers are not always the answer. They are a part of the puzzle, not the whole puzzle. I had the same amount of clients when I had 1,800 followers here as I did at 18 and 35. So it's not a fact that I've got a bottleneck. It's just a fact that it doesn't really overly matter. It's about quality of followers, not just it's not just about quantity, it's quality. And you can make a 6-figure business with 1,800 followers. I have. Like, if you look after the pennies, the pounds look after themselves. And connection with the audience is key. Like, I've had 130 or 140 out of 1,800 followers on. That's like a 10% conversion rate. The connection with the audience is key. Like, as I've said, the content can be value posts, which is what's going to make you go viral, pick up followers. But if you don't have the other two types of content posts, which is, whenever we break it down, we have content with value, content with connection, and content with social proof. I almost had to think for a second. Them 3 ones are key. If you just have reels and stories and they're just all information, but there's no connection to you as an individual, nothing stands you apart, because everybody knows the information. It's about what way it's delivered, the connection, your story, your journey, why you. And then the social proof is showing that your coaching isn't shit and you can actually get a result. So always think, in everything you do, quality, not quantity. If you can do both, you're laughing, but always quality of followers. So 3 keys in this area: good content, good social proof, good connection. They're the 3 keys to content to build a business. As growing our reach will help, but I want to highlight it's not everything. It's not fucking everything. So many people are fixated on growing their Instagram now that they're actually not making any money. So let's give you some principles to help with growth, not just with your following, but everything. It's a long game. So just like I showed you there, like, some people will explode overnight, but the problem is, see these people that are going up fucking 30, 40,000 a month, you'll have seen them. These people's audiences aren't engaged and their Instagrams then die after. You'll see this with reality telly, you'll see it with everything. They pick up a large amount of following that actually isn't to do with their target market or haven't been following them for a long time. The engagement dies and then their profile dies off. And this is why you'll get coaches messaging me with over 100,000 followers but struggling to get clients and make real money. It's because it's not engaged following. A small engaged following is worth so much more than a really big non-engaged audience. And you can see this clearly with people who have 100,000, 200,000 followers and they're getting 5,000 views on Reels. That is shit. It shows you nobody likes their content. And if people aren't connecting with you, they're not paying for you. It's like everything. Consistency, effort, and time. You need to give it time. It's a long game. Consistency and effort over time. It's not consistency or effort when you feel like it. It's doing it day in, day out for a year. That's when things will pay off. And daily is the key with content. If you're posting 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, If you're posting 3 times and I'm posting 7, I'm working twice as hard as you. I'm going to be seen twice as much as you. Who are the more likely to buy off? So daily is the key, and you can't miss days and expect results, in my honest opinion. This is, like, I've been posting for about a year and a half now, consistently, daily. And you can't, it's like everything. If you miss days in the gym, or your clients are missing days of tracking food, do you turn around and go, well, the result will come? If they're missing days here and there, 2 a week, if your client was missing 2 days off diet a week, would you not go, oh, that's not a good client? Like, that's exactly how it is. You can't miss days and then expect results, and that goes to the gym. And review your content every 6 weeks. So prime example, right now we are just about to approach September. So I had that massive burst in June and July. See, the month of August for me has been it's just not been a good content month. I've been doing series training with Tony. They've not been getting great traction. My following only went up 3,000 and it's holding. But this means that I'm probably being more connection based than value based. So these people are going to like me more. I'm getting more engagement. So from the outside, this seems like, I'm not growing no more. That's wrong. What I have to look at is, are my audience liking what I'm posting? So if I'm messaging and I'm talking about it, am I getting more engagement? So is my audience, although it's not growing, is it engaging more with me? Because that's more important, because there's more sales. So I've had more sales this month, yet I grew more in other months. And that's just down to the fact that people are now liking me. I'm churning out the shit as well. Loads of people are unfollowing. But reviewing your own content, is it good quality? Does it hit home? Does it have value? Does it have connection? Does it have social proof? These are the 3 main things that are going to drive your sales. And reviewing, like, are my captions good? Is my editing good? What is better with somebody else's than mine? Should I do a series? Should I not? Should I focus on fat loss? Right, it's coming up to winter. Maybe I should stop the fat loss, start doing bulking. Reviewing it and then seeing what's went well, what's went shit, tweaking it is very important. And by fuck, do it yourself. It's one of these things where, like, you have to be able to review it on the spot, right? What went good? Was that a fluke? And not every video needs reviewed. Sometimes they'll do shit even if they're great videos. Sometimes the worst videos will do the best. And it's just a case of review it after 6 weeks, not any sooner, and be brutally fucking honest with it. Like, what reels posted done well or not, why not, and then tweak. The quality of anything is determined by the quality of the questions we ask ourselves. So if you're honest, like, did I put enough time into that? Am I well spoken? Does that actually give fucking value? Am I actually helping people? Am I being too pushy with sales? Ask yourself these questions. Would this actually fucking help anybody? And is it boring? Is it too slow? Does it change frames enough? Is it to the point? Has it a good hook? Good energy levels? Change of angles? Tone? Captions? Effort? What was the idea actually? Like the real catalyst? Was there actual fucking time put in it? Because majority of content that's shit is just not put. People video it, edit it quickly and throw it up. The ones you put more time into won't always pop, but one always will. And number 4, accountability to post. This is where we come in massively. This is why I'm hounding people with 100 days of content and posting daily and checking Instagrams. The days you don't feel like doing it are the most important. They're the days that are worth 2. They're the days that are the most important. So they're the days I really need you to dial in on, and they're super important. It's the same as your client to your clients. The result is dependent on the days you can't be arsed, you're lying on the couch, you don't want to do it. And realistically, as annoying as this is, the minute you start out working over people with your content, that's when you'll see real results. Because as much as nobody else's competition, everybody's fucking posting Instagram fitness. So copying over people, being lazy with your content, you're going to be showing up. And it's the person that goes the extra mile always wins. People ask me how long I've spent on average per reel. Probably about 2 hours per day. Especially during the peak when it was picking up. Now it's probably more like an hour, but I film all my stuff in the gym and I edit it after, so you're still talking maybe an hour and a half, 90 minutes per reel. And you might think, holy fuck, but if I do all of them on a Sunday, that's the content done for the week. And people will say, I don't have time for that. You can film it, you can make it shorter, whatever way you want to edit it. For me, changing frames, captioning it, editing it, making covers, takes me about 90 minutes filming to stop. Now, you don't need to do it that long, but what I always found is the more effort, the more time, and the more consistent I am, the more of a result I got. And number 6, be your fucking self. You need to get an audience that like you for you. There's no point in you picking up a recipe audience if you're not selling recipe books and that's where you want to go. There's no point in you coming across like, Joe, it's okay to fuck up your dad if you're quite a strict bodybuilder approach. If you are quite a relaxed person, don't be putting up going, Joe, motivational talks. It's being you. Be honest to who you are and you'll get the right people following you, and that is more important. So very open, honest, just be straightforward. If you think there's a controversial topic that you talk about or the way you go on, you're maybe sugarcoating it, don't. Be blunt, be you. That's what people are going to engage with. Like, most people pick me as a coach because they know I'm cutthroat, they know I'm straight to the point, I don't fuck around. Versus somebody that needs maybe a bit more nurture, a bit more empathy, a bit more care, won't always come to me because they'll know I'm quite blunt. Have an identity online. Don't be fucking hiding. It's not one of these things where like you don't need to call yourself something, but have it like a rough characteristic. Like I try to have a laugh and give education as quick as possible. Whereas you could be like short and snappy to the point. Joe, you could be, I know that sounds odd, but you could be dull. That sounds like the weirdest thing ever, but that actually works for quite a lot of people. You could have a prime example. When I say James Smith, what's his identity? Camera from probably the chest up, close, zoomed in, talking, and quick cut videos. It used to be IGTVs, but quick cuts is in it. He never takes a breath. That's his identity. That's his real identity. When you think of mine, it's like quick cuts, intro, outro, and you'll see other people copy this now. But it's not them. You need to be who you are. And when I post, you know what you get. You know what you know what you're going to get. You know it. Like you know exactly. You're going to get a small joke or two. You're going to get a whack of value, and you're going to get me being blunt as fuck. And not everyone is going to like you. You're going to get people who hate you, comment, give you shit. They're better fucking off than being in your following. Because who really cares when they're not paying you? Like, who gives two fucks? And be Marmite. Either like you or don't like you. Because all they're doing, see when they're sitting on the fence watching you, not liking, not commenting, not sharing, not buying off you, they're ruining your algorithm. So you're better being Marmite and shoving these people off because it'll actually help you grow in the long run. Too many people are afraid to drop a follower. You need to break a few eggs to make an omelette. And make time weekly to pre-plan your ideas. This is a major flaw with 90% of it. And me and Stephen go over this all the fucking time. Write out all the ideas on Trello. Have time every single week to make ideas. Even if you're flat out with content you're making, extra ideas never go amiss. If you're trying to think of ideas like this, stressed, under pressure, they're going to be wank. They need to be made or at least thought of in advance. Otherwise, you get writer's block. Like if you had to write an essay about something in a night, you'll get it done, but it'll be shit. Versus if you have weeks, you can spend time making the plan, making the idea, refining it, getting it better. And that's really it. Like, make time and then go all in. Do not half-arse your content. Your content's your marketing. I went to a course before about bringing 7-figure businesses to 8, so practically 1 million to 10 million. And practically what the main point of it was, sales and marketing is the accelerator. It's the main thing about your business. This is your marketing. Everything else but sales and marketing is the brake. Building systems, building a website, training plans, nutrition, all that back-end stuff. That's all great, and delivery and all, that's all important, but that just slows you down from getting more money and making more money, closing more leads, delivering a better service, because your marketing and sales will help get you more capital, and that will allow you to then reinvest back into the business. So I'm just going to have a drink. But too many people are all in for like a week and not like a month. So when we break it down, the long game mindset, consistency, effort, and time, review your content every 6 weeks. The accountability to post, like fucking right into the mentorship or wherever you can. The accountability to post every single day. I know it's annoying. Outworking others is key. Be yourself, have an identity, and make time in your week to pre-plan the ideas. It's so fucking straightforward. It's just the fact that most people aren't consistent, and then it shows. And the main issue is consistent, high quality content. Like, it doesn't have to be camera high quality, but it needs to be as in terms of it's not just copy and paste the same shit. It doesn't have to be the best camera. But I mean high quality as in like you rate it, like you think that's good quality, because it's straightforward, but it's hard work, and they're not secrets. You have to put in the reps. It's straightforward. Like none of that is secret. You probably knew majority of that, but if you stick at it, it'll always pay off, and I really do mean that. And as much as that's not like a here's the secrets to it, like the real masterclass trainings we have, all the content training we have, will help you actually build that following, because that's all I done. Good hooks, good energy, short clips. Giving value, a good intro, a call to action for the follow. That's literally fucking it. Then reviewing it and tweaking it and making it short, snappy. Too many people I see, here is this recipe, and then it takes like another 5 seconds to get in. I mean, boom, every single half second. Like, I cut my voiceovers if I breathe. So it's just word after word after word after word. It sounds like one long sentence. But that saves me maybe 5 seconds on a clip. That's the difference between somebody watching the full thing and it going barrel and not. But you only notice that by reviewing it. Like when you watch it back and you go, oh, that's a bit slow. Be critical with your own content. It'll help massively. Now, obviously, nothing's going to be perfect, and perfect is the enemy of done. But you'll get better at editing. It's like reviewing your bench press form consistently. You're going to get better at reviewing it. It's going to get better over time. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to ask. But I'm being blunt. It's not rocket science. It's just consistency over time and realizing that it could take you a year to blow up. It could take you 2 years. But the thing is, as long as you're even getting another 1,500 followers every year, you don't even need to convert that many of that to really make a 6-figure business. Like 50 people paying you $149 a month is roughly, well, 53, 54 is roughly about a 6-figure business. That's not hard to do, especially if you have 2,000 followers this year and next year you have 4. That's fucking humongous. The main issue is people aren't consistent and don't get that double growth and think something's broke when it's not. It's just their consistency's off, and that's the same with everything. So effort, time, consistency is the same recipe for everything. And I know you're probably expecting secrets to get in 80k, but the thing is, you're probably doing everything right, but it's just asking yourself, where could I lean into more of them 7 tips? And that's an insight into it. Any questions, I'm here day or night, and I'm more than happy to break all that down. Need me, just shout.